this is what I'm doing. That's gonna ruin my day. That just ate the sun. Just ate it. So I don't think I'm actually going to get any rain out of it. There is lightning in there. I think it's going to be a dry thunderstorm, believe it or not. Like it's too hot to rain. But I don't know. I could see that there were some streams of water coming down, but wow, that's crazy. So I'm doing these monster windrows with this rather I can't say it's underpowered. On the flat, this thing has plenty of power, but once you start pulling hills, it becomes underpowered. So the 7530, even though it is turned up to 208 horsepower, it is still not enough for the Krone baler. Yeah, it's just not enough for the Krone baler. I should have the 8120 on here, but unfortunately I don't have. I put the loader on the 8120 and I don't know. Maybe I'll find like an 8330 or an 8430, 8530. I'd actually like to have another 8530 for this baler. It just really would make a lot more sense. And God, you can just, this is a slight incline and it's just eating this tractor. Of course it is. I am making a bale every, how many slices are in this bale? What are we at? 30 slices on the last bale, 30 flakes on the last bale. I like to be in that 30 flake, 30 slice bale range. So I'm right where I want to be. Between 26 and 32 is where I want to be. You kind of bale by the slices of hay. Yep, 30 bale. 25 on that one. See, I went to 25, so we're doing good. That's not going to make me very happy, because I have a couple of 100 acres of hay raked up, just like this, on the ground, raked up, and ready to go. And I've got a couple 100 acres that is mowed, that would be ready tomorrow if the weather missed us. So I don't know. It's looking like it's not going to miss us, on the daily vlog. The daily vlog. Oh, and I'd actually like to thank everyone that was for their kind words about William. And I will have to say, he's 11 months old. He's going to be a year old on the 9th of August. And he's just a very different feeling being a dad now. And I know there's some older fellas out there that have had children twice, you know what I'm saying, like me. Had their first set in their 20s and their second set in their 40s and even into their 50s. And it just seems to me that life gives you things that at certain times in your life that will try your patience or test your abilities. And mine was my first wife. She was a bit of a different person. She's never grown up, I would have to say. She thinks she's an adult, but she works. She parties. And she doesn't have any look towards the future in her own, on her own. She just really a selfish person, but whatever. And that was the test that I had in my younger years in my life. And now with my new wife, my beautiful Teresa, we've had William, which is the only child that we're going to have, because William, I almost lost both William and Teresa when he was born, due to a condition known as preeclampsia. And a lot of women get that. I'm surprised. I never heard of it until recent years. But preeclampsia damn near killed Teresa and William. So we made the decision to not have any more children. I think she would have liked to have a boy and a girl, but I'm quite happy with just William, because I know that my wife will be with me until I die or until something terrible happens, which we're not hoping for. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you to everyone. You know, there have been some troubling times in my life and my career on YouTube as well. You know, and it was just as well that I didn't share that with the YouTube audience. I went through a living hell in 2015, and some people picked up that I wasn't happy, and some people, you know, just didn't care or whatever, which that's fine because I never shared it. Some people were absolutely shocked when they found out as to what I went through, and that it never bled over too bad into the YouTube world, which, you know, for shits and giggles, it was really something that I wouldn't ever want anyone to go through, ever. But whatever. Anyway, with that being said, we are doing pretty well. Bale count on this baler at home is 1,186 as of right now. This baler, the other baler, has a couple hundred bales on it, so we're looking at somewhere around 1,500 bales. 1,500 bales by the end of today if this weather doesn't screw me, at home in the last week and a half, and we only baled a couple of days, so, you know, is what it is. We're doing okay. The other baler is still down. I won't have the new power takeoff shaft until Tuesday, which really sucks because if we had both balers running, I would be done already today. It would be done. We would have thousands of bales on the balers, you know. We really would. So, yeah. But we're not done. And the weather looks weird. And I can tell you it cooled off because I just had to turn my air conditioner down as that cold front has pushed the heat back down towards North Carolina, where it should be. But anyways, but we're gonna get this baled off of here. We're gonna get the bales gathered up here tomorrow. We'll get them out of here tomorrow, and I'm going to have fertilizer on this ground by tomorrow afternoon. We will have it all ready for a second cut in a month and a half, and we should be good. So sometime in mid-September, this should be about knee-high, and because we have had the wet weather, but it should be somewhere around knee-high, and it should be good. Alright, so we got a hell of a lightning storm going, and that's what it is. And I'm trying to hurry up. I'm bailing at breakneck speeds, like 10 mile an hour. There's the proof, 10 mile an hour. So I'm bailing at 10 mile an hour, trying to get this stuff done. Got some pretty good sized windrows there. I've been in better windrows today, but you know what? I'd rather have light ones at this point, so I get done faster. Because I don't know if I'm going to make it done. I got 80 acres to do yet tonight. 80 acres to do. I'm probably going to close in on 500 bales today, which would be pretty good. I'm used to this though, you know. When I was working down in North Carolina, this was normal, but we had the CB radios going, and I had 2 balers in the field, and we were baling. Hell, we would bale 1,000 bales, 600 bales, 800 bales, 1,200 bales. We did a lot of baling. But anyway, if I shut the lights off, we might be able to see it a little better. I can't see. And there's bales everywhere. I'm sure you got to see that. Anyway, it's been an interesting day, to say the least. Yep. All right. Okay, so the rain has finally hit again for the 3rd time, just enough. My rule of thumb is if the hood goes wet, like totally wet, I don't see anything dry on the hood and the fenders, then I quit. Now, 3 times now, it's flirted with that. I'm still not making a ridiculously heavy bale, but, you know, and the baler, I'm still baling really good. So I'm going to keep going, I guess. It can get hot and steam out, because let's face it, this hay is not going to the composter for at least 6 months by the time I get to it. Yeah. So it'll steam out. If you didn't know anything about this stuff, when we put a tarp on top of it, it'll just get hot in there, and the moisture will come to the top, and then it'll blow out the top of the tarp, you know, out the ends of the tarp, because I make an A roof. So I'm not really worried about baling in the rain if it's just a drizzle like this. I turned around on a live stream I had on on Ag Talk in the Raw, and I was going to go home, but then I turned around and changed my mind and went back and baled another, I don't know, 25 bales. This thing is starting to look like, every time I say I'm going to go home, then it just stops raining. I mean, these just little drizzle, that ain't going to amount to nothing. You could see it. But I'd really like to get this entire farm done, believe it or not, because it would just be a lot easier if it was baled, and instead of having to come over and ted it out and rake it back up again. I just don't need to do that. So I just keep plugging away at it.